A woman gives her heart and soul to the man who knows exactly how to use his weapon to bring her true satisfaction. The truth is, a woman carries far more passion and heat than a man, and because of that, she's naturally drawn to the man who can satisfy her fully. She doesn't just like him, she prefers him over all others. Today, we're going to talk about the one thing that gets a woman the most wet, the most excited, and completely obsessed. The thing that once a man does it, she will always choose him, never forget the gift he gave her, and never want to leave him. But before we start, I have to say this. I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers and 500 likes. Your one click is so important to me and keeps my hard work alive. Please support me so my effort doesn't go to waste, and share this to your partner and drop a comment. All right, let's begin. There's one technique that can make a woman completely obsessed with you, and that is satisfying her with your tongue. Yes, it's true. Many women absolutely love oral satisfaction before intimacy even begins. When a man uses his tongue skillfully to turn her on before he even thinks about penetration, she goes into full heat. Her body starts to respond in ways she can't control. She becomes wetter, more sensitive, and already on the edge of release. Here's why this works so powerfully. Oral pleasure creates an intense buildup. It's not just about the physical stimulation. It's about the way it makes her feel desired, worshipped, and completely seen as a woman. Your warm breath, your slow movements, and the teasing strokes of your tongue send waves of pleasure through her body, making her lose herself in the moment. By the time you finally give her your weapon, she's already primed and ready. In fact, if you've done it right, she can reach her climax in as little as 3 minutes after penetration, sometimes even sooner. That's the power of preparing her body through oral satisfaction. And here's the deeper truth. Women value physical satisfaction and emotional connection far more than money. Gifts, dinners, and luxuries can make her smile, but they can't give her the deep body-shaking release that makes her truly loyal to you. The man who can give her that kind of peace and pleasure is the man she will always crave and never want to let go of. So if you want to be unforgettable, learn how to use your tongue before anything else. Give her that satisfaction first, and you'll become the man she can't stop thinking about. The second technique is to ensure that when you use your weapon, it is at its fullest strength, completely hard and unshakably firm, because women absolutely love that solid, powerful feeling. It gives them a sense of being completely taken, fully desired, and deeply connected in the moment. To achieve this level of hardness, you can't rush. Take your time to focus on her sensitive areas like her chest, her hips, the curve of her waist, or even the back of her neck. These spots are like hidden switches. The more attention you give them, the more her body will respond, and the more you will respond in return. Before intimacy even begins, build the atmosphere with slow, deliberate touches and kisses, keeping the stimulation steady until you reach maximum hardness. This isn't just about physical readiness, it's about matching her energy with equal passion. The more heat, excitement, and desire she feels, the stronger you need to be to keep up with her. A soft or half-ready approach will never allow her to fully relax, surrender, and enjoy herself. When you meet her passion with unrelenting firmness, every movement feels more intense for her. She senses your strength, feels your desire, and lets herself go completely, knowing you can handle her at her most passionate. This is what transforms a simple encounter into something unforgettable, an experience that lingers in her mind and body long after it's over. And when you consistently give her that kind of deep, strong connection, she won't just want you again. She'll crave you every single time. The third technique is that a woman not only wants hardness, but she also deeply desires endurance. She wants the intimacy to last long enough for her to release multiple times, often up to 3 times in a single session. This is especially true for younger women who, when they first begin to take interest in intimacy, crave both intensity and duration. They don't just want it over quickly, they want an experience that keeps building wave after wave, making them feel more alive with each moment. A woman wants to reach her peak again and again in the same encounter, and this is only possible if the man has developed his timing and stamina. Without lasting power, he may satisfy her once, but with true endurance, he can take her through multiple peaks in one night, creating a connection she will never forget. One effective technique to build this endurance is to briefly withdraw your weapon for just 1 or 2 seconds during intimacy. Then re-enter. This small pause not only helps you last longer, but also gives her body a chance to reset slightly, allowing her to build toward another intense release. Done skillfully, this can give her the opportunity to release up to 3 times in a single encounter. A man who can give his partner that level of pleasure, 3 full releases in one session, is rare and incredibly lucky. Why? Because a woman who experiences that kind of satisfaction will never want to let him go. She won't just remember the pleasure, she'll remember who gave it to her, and she'll hold on to him with both her heart and her desire. Here's the truth. Most men might have heard of 1 or 2 of these techniques, but very, very few ever master all 3. And this is exactly where the magic happens. Because when you're the man who can bring together all 3 skills into one seamless, unforgettable experience, you're not just making her feel good in the moment, you're creating something so much deeper. When you can warm her up to the point where her body is already calling for you before you've even truly begun, when she's melting into your touch because you've awakened every nerve in her skin, every thought in her mind, every beat of her heart, you've already won half the battle before the first real step of intimacy even starts. This first stage is not about rushing. It's about anticipation. Think of it like pulling back the string of a bow. Every extra moment you spend slowly, deliberately, and skillfully building that tension means that when the arrow finally flies, it hits with far more power. That's how it works with desire too. Most men pull the trigger too soon. But if you master this, will learn the art of holding back just enough to make her ache for the next move. Then comes the second technique, the strength and hardness she craves. There's a reason this matters so much more than most men realize. For her, it's not just physical, it's symbolic. Firmness is confidence in physical form. It tells her without words, I'm here, I'm ready, I want you completely. It's a silent language of power and security all in one. When she feels that you're matching her heat with equal intensity, she relaxes into you because she knows she can trust you to lead her through the experience. Without that firmness, something inside her stays guarded. Even if she enjoys the moment, she won't let herself fully surrender. But with it, when you meet her passion with equal force, she can let go. She can lose herself in you. And that's when intimacy becomes more than just physical contact. It becomes a shared space where her emotions, her body, and her trust all melt into one with you. And then there's the third technique. This is the one that most men never truly give her: endurance. Not just lasting for the sake of lasting, but lasting with purpose. Long enough to take her to places she didn't think were possible. Long enough to make her release, recover, and then rise again, wave after wave, until she's so far beyond her usual limit that she feels as though she's entered another world. Especially for younger women or those newly exploring intimacy, this combination of intensity and time is intoxicating. They don't want it over quickly. They want to ride the rhythm, to lose themselves in it, to feel that deep build and release not once, not twice, but again and again. And when you can guide her there, when you can give her not just 1 peek, but 3 in a single encounter, you're doing more than satisfying her. You're rewriting her definition of pleasure. Here's the key most men don't realize. It's not just about lasting, it's about controlling the pace. You can extend your time not only by stamina alone, but by knowing when to push forward and when to pull back. Sometimes simply slowing down or momentarily withdrawing creates a powerful reset that allows her to climb even higher the next time. In fact, a brief pause, just a few seconds, can give her the chance to breathe, catch her energy, and prepare for the next wave. That's how you make those multiple peaks possible. And the man who can give her this, the man who can take her from craving your touch before you've begun, to feeling your strength and certainty in the moment, to experiencing wave after wave until she's left trembling, smiling, and unable to stop thinking about you, that man becomes unforgettable. Why? Because you're not just touching her body, you're reaching into her mind. You're shaping how she sees you, how she remembers you, and how she compares you to every man who comes after. Think about it. Every kiss she feels from another man, every touch, every attempt at closeness, she'll be comparing it to you, not always consciously, but deep inside her body will remember what you gave her. Her heart will remember the way it felt to be desired by you, and her mind will remember how effortlessly you seemed to know exactly what she needed. Without her even having to ask, you've set the standard. And here's the thing about standards. Once they're set, they're very, very hard to lower. After you, anyone who can't match what you've given will feel like a step backward to her. She won't just want you. She'll need you. Not because she's desperate, not because she's weak, but because you've unlocked a part of her that she didn't know could exist. An experience so powerful, so deeply fulfilling, that going without it feels like living in a world without color. You'll be the reason she smiles at random moments in the middle of her day, remembering something you did, something you whispered. You'll be the reason her mind drifts when she's at work, replaying the feeling of being close to you. You'll be the reason her heart beats faster when your name lights up her phone or when she hears your voice. And here's something even more powerful. Once you've given her this, she won't just see you as a man she's attracted to. She'll see you as her man, the one she trusts, the one she craves, the one who understands her body, her emotions, and her desires better than anyone else ever has. Master these 3 secrets and you'll no longer be just another man in her life. You'll be the man she can't imagine living without. And when you've built that level of emotional and physical connection, your relationship becomes something so much more than average. It becomes unshakable. Because attraction might bring people together, but it's this combination of deep emotional safety and unforgettable physical connection that keeps them there. If this opened your eyes, don't leave without subscribing. And share this with your partner so that both of you can experience a love and intimacy that never fades